Animals that live in the wild are very adept at taking care of their young. So if you see a baby animal and suspect it's orphaned or abandoned, wildlife specialists warn against touching or moving it because oftentimes the mother may just be away getting food. The same is true for kittens born to outdoor cats. Their free-roaming moms do a great job of taking care of them, and they're better off left with the mother. Sometimes, however, humans are forced to intervene. This is Jaxom. He wasn't found in the woods, but in a storm drain outside the West Ox Animal Shelter, most likely abandoned by a human. It was a cold, rainy evening when volunteers leaving the building heard his helpless cries for help. Wet, shivering, and weak, he was taken to Pender Vet Emergency for help. At first, it was touch and go for little Jaxom, but the vets managed to get him stabilized, and once everyone was sure he was okay, he moved in with foster volunteer Dana Grimm to continue healing.
Well, I was actually on a girls' weekend trip in Pennsylvania, and I couldn't sleep that night, and I was perusing Facebook, and I saw his sad little pitiful picture on the Facebook for the Fosters and Volunteers, and I immediately volunteered to foster him if he needed a foster. And Amanda contacted me the next morning and said, he's ready to go. He's got pink eye though, if that's okay. And I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. He looked a little haggard, a little, he still has a little bare spot on his belly, as you can see. He had fleas. And he was pretty quiet, except for the car ride home. The car ride home, he was very, very vocal. But when we got home, he had vocalized himself to exhaustion and fell asleep. So the vet thinks he was probably about 4 weeks old, and about now he's almost 8 weeks. At 4 weeks would be fairly vulnerable. They're still needing to be with their mother. When they sent him home with me, they gave me formula and wet food. So he's been doing pretty well eating his formula mixed with wet food. When we first got him, he was very rambunctious because he was little and he was a kitten and he wanted to play. But he didn't understand cat toys yet, and so all he wanted to do was play with our fingers, which is sort of painful when they're kittens. He was in isolation for about 2.5 weeks. And then once he was cleared, we immediately brought him downstairs, and he has been running full tilt since then. I'm hoping that he'll find a very happy family that maybe has a kid, because he's very energetic and loves to play. And it might also be nice if they have another cat or maybe even a dog that he can also play with, because he's a very, very energetic little monster.